Okay, when I have my braids, one of my favorite hairstyles is what I call my big ass bun. Because obviously I usually do waist length medium braids done by the amazing Kia Got Braids. I'll tag her below. But there is a non-traditional way that I achieve this bun. I've been doing it for years, and I mean a very long time. So I'm going to show you that today. All right, so what you want to do is take a bandana, any kind, any color, whatever. And what I do is I fold it. Now, it does not have to be a bandana, but for me, this is what I always use. I use a cotton bandana specifically, simply because it will keep the braids in place. Satin, it may slide. With this, you'll be able to keep all of your braids up and stay in place throughout the day. So I got my braids done Sunday. It's Wednesday now. I'm not tender-headed. These were already being pulled back like hours after I got them done. Back to the bun. What I will do after I plan my hair and do this 100 times is I will flip all of my braids over like that. That's how I have to start to form the bun. And here, what I'm doing is smoothing out my braids. So usually when you are doing a ponytail and your hair is not in braids, of course, you may have edge control, gel, whatever, to make sure it's smooth. You'll feel that with your braids. What I try to do is smooth it out to make sure braids aren't crossing over each other. Let's just make sure they're all one smooth surface, I guess. All right, so that feels pretty smooth. So I'll take my scarf, and the scarf will go in front. You want to tie it and pull. But as you are pulling, you want to position the bun where you want it. Do you want it more up front? Do you want it more in the back? I've done this method in doing like a braid ponytail. I've done it to where it's like on top of my head, like Patrick used to do back in the day. So when I do it, you'll see me kind of adjust my head of where I want the bun itself to sit. So I'm gonna take this out, smooth it out again, make sure everything's in place. Tie. And you see how I gradually brought my head up? I'm pulling pretty tight. It doesn't feel super tight on my head, but you see now it hasn't moved at all. And all I did was step one. Usually I won't tie it twice because it's fine, it's tight enough. So what I'll do is just wrap these around, or wrap the ends of the scarf around. And either I'll tuck like that, or if it's long enough, I may just tie the end piece together. But when I say tie it together, I'm not saying make it tighter. I just will tie. And that's to give them somewhere to go. All right. So now, here we are. So you can see that the ponytail is centered on my head. This is what I meant by smoothing out your braids. This is what you don't want, because once it's up here, if it's tight enough, you may not be able to adjust. So this side did what it was supposed to do. This side, I had to move that one in place, which is fine. It's a part of it, right? You're styling. I can let it go now. And depending on the color of your bandana or however you want to wear your braids, I can wear it like this. I've done it where all my braids were on one side before. I've done all type of stuff, right? But we're here for the bun. So what I will do is I will find the center and I will start to rotate. And what I'll do is I will start this rotation of the braids in the back. Does it always have to be in the back? No, but for me, in the back will allow the braid to end as I'm wrapping them around, either somewhere in the front or somewhere where I can hide it. So, excuse me, so the bun itself is not lopsided. I'm going to grab these few and start rotating. Grab, rotate. Grab, rotate. Grab, rotate. And you see what I'm doing? I'm forming my bun. And if you see them loose like that, I just comb through a little bit to make sure they're all smooth. Comb, not comb, grab, rotate, rotate. All right, still rotating, 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 rotating. So now what I've done is all of my braids are here, but the rotation of my bun has started, and you can see the center is starting to form. So now that I'm here, I don't want to pull too tight, because when you pull too tight, again, you may end up with a lopsided bun. So I'm still going to rotate, rotate, and now is where you want to pull it a bit so it will stay in place. And you may have a couple of these. Again, just bring them down, smooth them out. And if you see that there's too many braids that are out of place, just like you were rotating to make it tight, you can, I don't want to say unrotate. You can reverse the rotation. There we go. You can reverse the rotation, grab those loose braids, smooth the braids out, and then continue the rotation like I did. So we're still rotating, rotating, rotating all the way to the end. So now our bun is pretty much formed, and I'm pulling slightly, not too tight because we want edges after these come out. So pulling slightly, and this part, I'm just going to continue to rotate and tuck. So you see me rotating, 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 and that last little piece, you see it? Just gonna tuck it, and that's it. So now my bun is formed, right? And the center is right there. It's not shaking, it's not going anywhere. We're good. Now, depending on what I'm doing, I will, let me see. These are the ones I want. Yes, I will put in bobby pins, these kind. And I use these specifically because the others, the hairpins that are right here, these may grab onto the hair in the braid. And, you know, we don't want that. These are fresh, so we want them to look that way, right? So with these, with bobby pins, all I do is I will stick a few at the base. Let me see if y'all can see this. Yeah, stick a few at the base of the bun. And this is to make sure the bun, like you see right there, we don't want that. So if we see one of those, put it in place, stick a pin in it. All right, so we know that will stay there. Over here, again, you can either, I personally don't stick the pins through the braid. I stick them over the braid. And so something like that, you see it? I hope you can. The braid is inside of the pin. Stick the pin in the bun. Now that part is secure. Depending on what I'm gonna go out and do, I usually do about 10 just all over to make sure it's going to stay in place. And then 2, I always take my buns down at the end of the day. And I don't want to be in here fishing for buns, fishing for pins. So I just put a few up there because, like I said, the bun itself is pretty secure on its own. And it's only, what, 1, 2, 3 pins in it right now, right? So that is how I do my buns. So then, once your day is done, you've already worn your bun, you've been out in the streets doing your thing, yang, yang. You back home, you ready to take it down. Feel for your pins. 1 pin, 2 pins, 3 pins. And what you'll need to do, you remember we had that little piece go all the way around. No, we're not gonna dig in here and try and find the little piece. All you have to do is reverse the rotation of the bun. And you see, it's already loose. Reverse the rotation of the bun, and boom, your braids are back. And on this part, you can untie it. You can do what I do, which is this. And that's it. And we're back. And now I'm ready for bed. Well, actually, I'm not. I'm just done for the day because I style it completely different when I go to bed. And I've noticed in doing that, I maintain my braids way longer, but that's another video. I'll show y'all that another time. But yeah, so hopefully this was helpful. That is how I style or create my big ass bun. And it's getting hot outside, so you'll need this. And give Kia a call. Wait. Never mind. She not taking new clients, y'all. She be booked. You missed it. Oops. But yeah, whoever does your hair, this part is stupid. Y'all don't need this. Just go get your hair braided because it's time to. Okay? I'm done.